Hey y'all, and welcome to another speed build. Today I'm building another base game only build for my base game only save file. If you didn't know, I'm filling up all of Newcrest with base game only builds. I'm going to do some family homes, some community lots, and other fun things. So if you are someone who only has the base game or only has a few packs and is looking for some fun builds to download or a save file, definitely keep an eye out for that. You can actually see the last home that I built for my save file just to the right there. That one was actually small enough to be classified as a micro home, but this one is slightly bigger, still kind of a tiny home. I have built it on one of these teeny tiny lots, kind of tucked away at the edge of Newcrest, and this particular lot is named Oak Alcove. So just a teeny tiny little house. I've made it for two Sims, specifically an elderly couple live here. One of the funnest parts of making a save file is that I get to decide the storyline and I get to decide what kind of Sims live here and their aspirations and everything about them. So two elderly Sims live here, a lesbian couple. The first woman's name is Anne and her wife's name is... oh no. Okay, I'm drawing a blank at her wife's name, but her wife does have a name, I promise. And they have a son whose name is Luke. He's since moved out. He's married to a girl named Luna, and they have their own son whose name is Luca. So the Sims who live here are actually grandparents. And of course, feel free to change up the storyline however you like, but I imagine that they were living a quiet life, retired, really just love their grandson so much, love to spend time with their family. I imagined Anne really likes to garden, so I made sure her gardening skill was really high, and her wife really likes to bake, so I made sure that they had a nice kitchen to bake in, which you can sort of see coming together right here. And as far as the color scheme for this kitchen goes, I really wanted to go with a light, neutral pastel pink, almost cream color. So I chose these fancier counters from the base game in this pinky creamy swatch, which I really loved. But the matching upper cabinets I didn't love as much. So instead I decided to mix and match the counters and cabinets, and I went with the cheapest, most simple cabinets in the base game and just went with this cream swatch that matches, at least it almost matches, and I really liked the way that it turned out. And then there really wasn't room for a formal island, so I decided to just add these two hallway tables and make a sort of makeshift, not functional but very cute island. And I really liked the way that it turned out. And I just add a bunch of clutter, some plants, a cookie jar above the fridge. I think that's a pretty grandparent thing to have, you know. Cookie jar for when the grandson comes over. It just felt like a cute touch. And then I add those new aprons from the base game as well, and I think it gives a very fun vibe. It's very cute, but it still has that bit of like grandparent vibes, if that makes sense. At least my grandma always used to have different aprons around that she sewed herself. I don't know. So aprons will always give me a grandma vibe, I think, personally. And then right next to the kitchen area, I've decided to start on a little living area. I combine this 3-seater couch and love seat from the base game together to make a sort of sectional. I really need to stop saying things are from the base game. It's kind of given at this point. It's a base game build. But I picked this cute little blue pastel-y swatch that I think goes really well with the pastel pinks already in this home. And I may have mentioned this already, but that was the color scheme I was going for, was pastel, specifically pink and blue. Those are probably my favorite swatches in the whole game, so I definitely overused them. And then I added a shelf right above with some cute little paintings and knickknacks, and I used some towels and sort of rotated them around to look like little accent pillows and threw them onto the sectional. And I play around a little bit with what rugs I want. I placed that round one for now, but I do end up changing it. And then finally, I add a little dining area right by the front door. There wasn't room for a formal entryway, unfortunately, in this home, but I think it turned out pretty cozy. And the dining area is sort of tucked away to the left, so your Sims still have space to walk in to the home, and I think it flows quite nicely. And then of course, I add a little high chair for their grandson Luca to visit and have dinner. And now I am already moving on into the bedroom. Just ignore those two beds that I have placed there. That was my first attempt at furnishing the room, and I do end up switching those. But I add this lovely little dresser and throw some knickknacks on it. I initially add an alarm clock, but I switch it out for that cute little cactus plant that came in one of those little content drops that we got recently. And then this is the bed that I end up going with. It is a pastel-y blue color again, and I think it's quite cute. You'll see I stuck two single beds together in an attempt to save space, and I thought that the Sims could just woohoo in the shower, if that makes sense. But as you'll see here, I tuck the shower away in the corner there, and when it's tucked away in the corner, your Sims actually can't woohoo in the shower. So to get around that problem, I just got rid of the two single beds and replaced them with a double bed that is in the exact same swatch. So if you download this off the gallery, you will notice that it is different in that way, but that's a very small difference. And then of course I add a cute little pastel pink and pastel blue bathrobe. I thought that was such a cute touch. When I was dressing up the Sims, I did kind of give Anna more of a blue color scheme in her wardrobe, and her wife has more of a pink one, so I thought that fit nicely and made sense. One thing I should mention, you can see there that the headboards of the bed kind of come through the wall and you can see them from the exterior, but I was actually okay with that because I just thought it looked like a little garden decoration. Sometimes people have those in your garden for plants to grow on and whatnot, and it saved space in the bedroom too, so I wasn't too worried about that. Hopefully you don't mind either. And then to save some money, I did not place down actual stepping stones into the backyard. I just did a little bit of terrain paint, but it gets the job done, saves a little money, and I think it's really cute. And then I just do a little landscaping. I add some flowers, some rocks, that little hanging plant on the porch. I actually do switch this tree out for a prettier one that I didn't realize was in the base game, so when I saw that it was, I just had to use it. I thought it was super cute. And then in the backyard, I add some gardening patches for Anna, and I do decorate them with some random plants. So if you want these gardening patches to be functional, I believe you will have to just go into build mode and delete them real quick, but it shouldn't take too long. Hopefully that's not too annoying. I just like to add some little plants in the planter pots. I just feel like it looks a little more realistic and lived in that way. I don't know, let me know what you think. And then I add a couple of skill building items. I add an easel and a woodworking table. I was thinking Anna would be more into woodworking and her wife would be more into painting, but I mean, play this game however you like. If you play with my own Sims, feel free to switch up their aspirations or put your own Sims in this build. Or if you just like to have these videos on as a bit of white noise, that's great too. And I guess I'll just plug myself a little bit. I am Alicia Sims here on YouTube, as well as I just started a Twitter account, so feel free to follow me over there. Subscribe for more builds like this. I've also started doing a bit of gameplay and some cast videos as well, but I hope you enjoyed this video. Peace out!